Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World of Juice Hoops channel. And welcome to the finale of the Philadelphia 76ers Trusting the Process rebuild. That is right. We have fixed the franchise up to this point, and I'd say this series has gone on as a wild success for the history of the Philadelphia 76ers as a franchise, because if we go over here to the past champions, look at all these championships that the 76ers as an organization didn't have prior to us becoming getting in control of this team. So we now have 6 NBA titles in this series, and we're looking for a final one in this episode as we finish the series today. This is what the roster looks like: Luka Doncic, Evan Mobley, Victor Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Jordan Poole, it's a pool party, Cam Reddish, Tyrese Maxey, Chris Duarte, Isaiah Thomas, who has returned. We brought him back for one last ride. He was here. He was our very first draft pick of this series. We took him at number 17 overall in 2011. Our very first draft pick. And now all these years later, he will be the final one. He will be here for the final year. It's amazing. I'm glad that we were able to get him back. EJ Liddell, Khalil Ware, and then, of course, the GOAT, Jimmer Fredette, who we've made the greatest point guard of all time with his NBA championships. He's got 6 NBA titles. He's the greatest of all time. He's about to pass Jordan if we can win one in this episode. But this is what our roster looks like if we go to the game plan. Our lineup is Devin Booker, Edwards, Doncic, Mobley, and Wembanyama, and then Bam, Holmgren, Poole, Reddish on the bench as the 6 through 9, and then we got Ware, Fredette, Thomas. A lot of these guys aren't going to get minutes because they simply can't get on the. We don't have a lot of minutes to put on the court, so we've got our main strong guys out there, and that's really all that we need to care about. So that is what we are going to be rocking with for this final season. We do have the draft class loaded in, and how we're going to do this episode is we are going to simulate all the way through the season like we would normally do, and then go through the off season, and we're going to we're going to get to the draft, see where Cooper Flagg goes, where Dylan Harper, where Ace Bailey, all these kind of guys go that we kind of care about a little bit, because they're kind of obviously big names. And then that'll be the end of the series, and we will end it after that. So we got the draft class loaded in. Let's get started here. We'll go to the new year like we normally do and see how this team has simulated so far. I would assume we're going to simulate fairly well as we get an injury, torn right meniscus with Jordan Poole. So he's out for a couple of months. That's not great, but Jordan Poole really isn't that big of a... Wow, okay. Well, I was just about to say Jordan Poole is not that big of a piece to the team. A big piece to the team, Anthony Edwards, has just gone down with a high ankle sprain. And now Devin Booker goes down with an injury. So we're falling apart right now. We don't know how to act. We are absolutely falling apart right now. Nobody can stay healthy. Devin Booker's back. That's good. Our starting point guard we kind of need back. We are 17-5, 18-5. I'm kind of shocked that we aren't winning more games. I thought we've kind of lost more games than I expected. We do thankfully get back. Ooh, Luka Doncic won the NBA Cup. I'm pretty sure we've won it the last 2 years. Devin Booker, severe right ankle sprain. He's out for a couple of months. Jordan Poole is back healthy, thankfully. But Devin Booker, a couple of big injuries so far this first 2 months of the season. So we're 27-7. The Wizards are 26-4. That's kind of where I thought we would be. I thought we would be in those types of win-loss record, but apparently not. Tyrese Maxey's getting the start at point guard, which, I mean, we could have it where Luka plays the 1, Edward plays the 2, and then, I don't know, like, somebody else plays the 3. Maybe we have Mobley go up to the 3, Victor plays the 4, and Holmgren plays the 5, or some combination of that. I don't know. There's different ways we could go, different combinations of rosters, or combinations of lineups we could play, but Maxey's fine at the point guard spot. I don't know what game we're going to jump into. Probably a Wizards game, I would assume. We got 2 coming up in late January, so let's get to those games. We'll get to the games coming up in late January here. Hopefully we can make some magic happen. We're on a big time win streak since losing that Pacer game, and then we lose to the Atlanta Hawks. Because of course we do. We lose to the Nets and then the Knicks. Back-to-back losses, really? 34 and 10. 33 and 7 for the Wizards. Well, we've got one game right now against them. Maxey at the point guard. They've got Shea. They've got Zion. They've got Jonathan Isaac. It looks like they finally lost John Wall, or maybe he's just on the bench. Because John Wall's been there since the beginning. Did he finally get moved to the bench or something? There's John Morant, but he's hurt right now. He broke his leg. And John Wall is still there, but he's also hurt. So we kind of meet up with this Wizards team at their weakest, I would say, which is pretty decent. So maybe we can catch them off guard in these two games while they have a couple of their, well, at least one of their pieces. Because John Wall, I don't think factors in that much, but at least John Morant's a pretty important piece of their team. And it looks like we're going to walk away with a pretty easy victory, 122 to 98 for the boys. 122 to 98 is pretty impressive. I mean, I shouldn't be too shocked. We have a god squad of a team. As Luka Doncic tries to drive in on Shea. Seeing Shea wear number 20 is a little bit weird. Edwards got a little bit of injury, but he's trying to work on Brogdon. Finds Maxey, who finds Victor Wembanyama going to the rack, and Wembanyama lays it in as easy as it's ever been. And he's wearing number 43. Ugh, okay, I didn't realize that. Is this Trey? This is Tyus Jones, I think, right? Herb Jones finding Brogdon. Screen from Isaac. We go through that, but Brogdon takes the three and drills it. Wow, Malcolm, I didn't think you were going to actually take that. All right, let's get this to Wembanyama, because Wemby's where it's at. Even on the great defender that is Jonathan Isaac, nobody's going to stop Wembanyama. He's got 37. I just looked up at the score, at the how many points he has. He's got 37 now, which means coming in he had 32. That's pretty, or 33, I should say. That's pretty insane. We do get the win. Nice little win. Luka gets an interview that we cut off. Zion put up 31, but Wembanyama puts up 37, 9, and 7. Luka had 33, 6, and 8. Mobley had 14 and 12. Yeah, we're going to win a championship if these two guys are putting up the numbers that they know they can and that we know they can. So we're going to be just fine. But now we have another game against the Wizards. I don't think what's his face are going to be back. Certainly not John Wall, and certainly not big time John Morant. So we should be able to win this back to back. Although they're actually keeping up with us this time. It's a little bit closer. Oh, this one's really close, actually. Although we're starting to pull away. That's a huge third quarter for us. Yeah, we've pulled this one away, thankfully. 134 to 120. That was pretty close. That first half was insane. Insanely close, but thankfully we were able to pull it away at the last second there in the third quarter. Wembanyama, I kind of want to take a three with him, but the coverage by Jonathan Isaac is pretty good. So we'll just back him down, we'll push him in, and we'll bully him. And Victor Wembanyama is a cheat code. Absolute, utter cheat code for Wemby. Herb Jones, guarded by Holmgren's weird. Brogdon, I mean, I know you're able to shoot the three. They got, oh, Shea didn't take the three. I thought for sure he would. Brogdon doesn't take the three either. Wemby blocks that shot. Get that out of here. No, not today. Maxey finds Poole. Great dribble move by Poole to get that back to Wemby. Back to Poole. Jordan Poole. It's a pool party. At the buzzer, he drills the three. 139 is the final score. 120 for the Wizards. And we take two against them right in a row. That is crucial for seeding here in the Eastern Conference. Luka puts up 44, 9, and 6. Yeah, nobody's going to stop us if we're putting up numbers like that consistently. Nobody else has got anywhere near the talent that we have. So we're going to be just fine. Bam does have a sore left foot, but that shouldn't matter too much. If we can go on a nice little win streak here and put together some big wins, although we lose right to the Bobcats. Thankfully, Devin Booker's back. That should help us out a little bit at least. Another game against the Wizards. This time we lose it. And you know what? It's probably fairs that we lose the Wizards there after taking two. Anthony Edwards just hurt his hip, I think. Yep. Which means he's out for a couple of weeks. Maxey sprains his MCL. Man, we're taking some big time blows to the team right now. Everybody's getting hurt. We are getting the contract extension deadline. We currently are the number one seed, a half a game up on the Wizards. They're 46 and 12. We're 48 and 13. Let's take a quick look at contract extensions. So we've got a lot of guys, actually. We got Luka. We got Jimmer Fredette. Obviously, we're going to get Jimmer. He's going to get on a 3-year minimum deal. He's here until he retires. Then Luka is going to sign a extension. That's not what I wanted to press. And Luka has returned. We're going to get Bam on a contract extension. Bam has returned. We'll get Isaiah Thomas on a 2-year minimum to keep him on the squad for the rest of his career. And then the final guy is Cam Reddish. We will extend, and he is back. So everybody's back. We have literal negative cap room. But you know what? We have a team that is a championship team and is ready to go. We don't play the Wizards anymore the rest of the season. Do we play any other teams that are close? The Nets are the only other close team with us. It's kind of a spread out conference this year. And we do not play the Nets anymore. So we might jump into a game late in the season just to kind of see. But let's get jumping in, simulating here, figuring out where we go. We just got to get our guys healthy. That's really all we care about. Just get our guys healthy for the postseason. But these are a lot of big wins. We do lose to the Timberwolves, but Edwards is back healthy. Maxey's back healthy, so we are now getting the guys back. Luka has a sprained knee. Hopefully he can come back. It shouldn't be that hard for him to come back. 59-13. We're 59-14. The Wizards just won't go away, man. The Wizards will not go away. We need to win the rest of these games if we want to have any chance. We lose to the Celtics. That's not great. We have to hope that the Wizards have slipped up. We have 3 games left in the season. They have slipped up. They're 63-16. We're 64-15. We're a game ahead. We need these wins. These are massive wins. We get the win against the Suns. We get the win against the Grizzlies. We have clinched it. We are the number 1 seed, no matter what happens. Let's go. A huge one. What a battle down to the wire. We won the game anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. And Luka Doncic in the final season wins the MVP. Congratulations to the homeboy. Alexander Sarr wins the Rookie of the Year. Chet Holmgren, 6th Man of the Year. Good for him. Defensive Player of the Year is Miles Turner. Most Improved Player is James Wiseman. Good for James. Good for James. He was on a couple of our championship teams, 2022, 2024. And I'm glad to see him. Yeah, we drafted him. He put up some good numbers, but he puts up amazing numbers for the Clippers. Good for him. And then Giannis wins the Clutch Player of the Year. Edmund Warren, who is our guy, our coach, he wins the Coach of the Year. And then Executive of the Year goes to David Powell of the Wizards. And then Luka wins MVP of the NBA Cup. All NBA first team: Luka, Giannis, Zion, Ben Simmons, and Trae Young. Good for Ben Simmons. All NBA second team: Kristaps, Darius Garland, LaMelo, Jason Tatum, DeAndre Ayton. Third team is Jalen Green, James Wiseman, Mitchell, Curry, and Fox. And then first team all defensive: Miles Turner, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis, DeAndre Ayton, and Lucas Nogueira. Lucas Nogueira has put up a fantastic defensive career since getting into the league. He's been on all these teams all the time. Second team: Tatum, AD, Wiseman, Robinson, and Jaren Jackson Jr. All rookie first team: Sarr, Shepard, Kolek, Verney, and McCain. And then the second team is Sasser, Enqvist, Topic, Edwards, and Jameson Battle. Those are your Jameson Battle, though. The freaking Buckeye? Let's go, man. W's. Then we've got back to the All-NBA first team. So we are the number 1 seed. We secured that, and we will be playing against the Detroit Pistons. Detroit. We take them on. Aaron Holiday, Mikal Bridges, Franz Wagner, then you have Dia and Miles Turner. Miles Turner just won Defensive Player of the Year, so that could be a little bit of a challenge. But we'll take a look at stats first because I didn't realize that we didn't take a look at them. So Luka obviously won the MVP. We know what kind of numbers he was putting up. Crazy. 10.2 assists is pretty solid, obviously, for an MVP. I'm taking these numbers. These are pretty good heading into the playoffs. Devin Booker puts up good numbers, even though he was hurt for a couple of months this year. Anthony Edwards also hurt, but he put up good numbers. Victor Wembanyama, only 8.2 rebounds. I thought that would be more. I mean, he's 7'4". I thought he would put up more rebounds than that, but he's also on a team that has a lot of really good players on, including Evan Mobley, who's getting 9 rebounds a game. So if he didn't have these guys competing with him, he probably would have put up more numbers. But you know what? We've got a really good team, so I can't really complain all that much, can I? And everybody put up good numbers. No wonder Chet won the 6th Man of the Year because he put up crazy good numbers off the bench. Everybody else had a solid season. Isaiah Thomas, he played in 7 games. Good for him. He played in 7 games. He scored a couple of times. And you know what? That's all we need him to do. But just look at the amount of injuries we suffered. Wembanyama and Mobley played every game, but everybody else, Luka missed some time, Booker missed a lot of time, and Edwards missed a lot of time. So just our starting five was just brutalized by injuries this year. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the playoffs as we take game number 1, we take game number 2, we take game 3, and we take game 4. So the Pistons do not pose a threat. We sweep them in 4. Evan Mobley has broken his left leg and he's done for the year. Wow. Well, I was just talking about how Victor needs no competition to get more rebounds. He's not going to have any competition now. Bam and Chet Holmgren now will replace the injured Evan Mobley. That's crazy. That is crazy. So the Hawks, Steph Curry, he re-signed with Atlanta recently, so he's still here. He's been here since the beginning. And he will be alongside Malik Beasley, Sam Hauser, JT Thor, and Joel Embiid. So former 76er Joel Embiid teaming up with Steph Curry to try to take us down here in the second round. I don't see that happening, but you never know. Curry and Embiid could be a nice combination. They take game 2, we take game 3, and game 4. They take game 5, and we take game 6. So the inevitable matchup has occurred. It will be Sixers-Wizards in the Eastern Conference Finals. Ja is back from his injury. So it's Ja, Shea, Patrick Williams, Zion, and Jonathan Isaac. We know how much of a threat this team can be. But we're as healthy as we can be without Evan Mobley. So let's get into this game. We take game 1. We take game 2. They take game 3 and game 4. We take game 5. And we take game 6. What a series. 6 games in the conference finals to get through. Darius Garland for the Warriors has won the Western Conference MVP, and Luka wins the Eastern Conference MVP. And now it is time for the NBA Finals. The Warriors and Sixers, Garland, Halliburton, Zaire Williams, Pascal Siakam, and Mitchell Robinson. Pretty solid all-around team. Kind of an underrated team. I can definitely see how they got here. Garland's putting the nice passing numbers together. Halliburton scoring, passing. Siakam, nice outside stretch big. And then Robinson with the defense and rebounding. I can see how you put this team in the finals. But they beat a Timberwolves team is also pretty good. But here we go. The NBA Finals is upon us. We take game 1. We take game 2. They take game 3. We take 4. And this could be the final game of the series. Will it end with another not a national champion, will it end with another NBA championship? I hope so. Although they might make us go another game. The Warriors are putting up big numbers. We're fighting back, though. Oh, we take it the last second. It is tied 113-113 with 1:52 to go in the game. We're on our home court. It would be just perfect if we could win the game here. We'll see if we can do it, though. Booker with an injury finds Luka. I don't see Victor Wembanyama out there, which is a little bit annoying, but Luka's going to drive to the basket, toss up a shot, and get it in. He's got 21 and 11. Luka takes the lead for us. Booker guarding Garland. I don't really like that when he's got the injury, but we'll see how it goes. Here comes the screen. We'll just get around that quickly. Is that Landry Shamet they got on the team? Yusuf Nurkic. This Warriors team is built different. Nurkic trying to get around Chet. He can't do it. They're going to call that a foul. No, it's not. Okay. I thought they called that a foul for a push, but Chet is able to get free, and it's just a step out of bounds. Turnover for the Warriors and for Nurkic. There's Wembanyama. He's in the game now going up against Mitch. And he's going to back down Mitchell Robinson, pump fake, and then go up to the basket. Oh, you know what? That's fairs. That's fairs for the boy. That's a bad pass. Halliburton had that, to be fair. He had that, but the pass was so bad it didn't allow him to get the shot up. We were able to cover in time. Garland to the basket. No, he finds Halliburton. It's another bad pass. If they just get this man a good pass. Oh, Wembanyama was fingertips away from blocking that. But if they would have just got Halliburton a pass, they had 2 opportunities to get a 3-shot with him up there, but they just could not find the pass to get it to him. Wembanyama goes tough to the basket, can't deliver again. I've been relying too much on Wembanyama. The defense of Mitchell Robinson is taking me out. Uh-oh, I had bad defense right there. That's my fault. That was really bad defense by me. And now the Warriors have taken the advantage here. A 2-point lead. I got to get somebody with some 3 balls in them. Give me my king. Give me my GOAT. We also need Chet Holmgren in there for more rebounding potential. All right, Jimmer Fredette to win the championship. Obviously, I'm going to shoot the 3 with him. Jimmer Fredette. No! It didn't happen. I had to do it. You knew I had to do it. This series has become Jimmer Fredette's swan song. I had to give him a chance to win the game with a three. But thankfully, Pascal Siakam does not hit the other free throw. So Devin Booker trying to drive to the lane, can't do it. In the corner, it's Jimmer Fredette. Jimmer range! He gets that one! It's tied with 13.8 to go. I knew Jimmer had it, man. I knew he had it in him. He hasn't played more than, I think, 5 games this year. But he comes up in the NBA Finals Game 5, tying the game with a 3. That's why you put him in what will probably be the final game of the series. Oh, I jumped too early for the rebound there. No! Zaire Williams misses the 3. What are you doing? I don't have another time. No! I just gave the Warriors the win. Oh, Darius missed the first! Darius! You had the win! I didn't mean to call timeout there. I knew we didn't have any. I can't believe Darius Garland just missed, and Halliburton missed that too. Wow. What a sell. A generational sell from the Golden State Warriors. Darius Garland had been given the win. He was literally given the win because I accidentally pressed the timeout button knowing we didn't have any timeouts. I didn't mean to. That is insane behavior from Darius Garland to miss that free throw. It was literally given to him. And now we're going to take this and win the NBA championship. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You know what? Give me Jimmer Fredette back in the game. Absolute insane scenes. I'm stunned. I really am stunned that Darius Garland, he was given the win. They could have made this a game 6. All he had to do was hit one. I mean, we had 0.6 on the clock. All he had to do was hit the free throw. That is all he had to do. And he would have won the game for the Warriors and kept the season alive. But he misses the free throw as Wembanyama swats that out of the air. Tries to play good defense. You know what? I got to play a little bit better. I can't just be chucking up threes with Jimmer Fredette. This game's not over. Luka to the basket. Luka lay. And that is 134-130. I can't believe Darius lost the game for him. Hopefully lost the game for him. They still got a chance here. Although once this possession's over, the shot clock will be turned off. That is a nice jumper. No good. Rebound from the boys. But that's Ban going to the free throw line. And he's not putting up 83 tonight. He misses that one, even though I feel like the release bar was pretty on par. Pretty accurate. That one goes in. So it's a 5-point game with 18 seconds left, no shot clock. This one could get out of hand. We've got defense in the game with Bam and Wemby. And I'm going to keep Jimmer in the game just for the fun of it. Because why not? The only time he gets to play. They go in. Garland shoots the shot. That's a 2. And it is. So we're going to give it to Devin Booker to shoot the free throws. So Booker will shoot the free throws. It's a 3-point game. He can make it a 5. What happened to Luka there? He can make it a 5-point game. Makes it a 4-pointer. And then Booker will hit the second to make it a 5-point game again. So we erase their free throws. They call their final timeout. The Warriors have no more timeouts left in this one. It all comes down to this. They've got, what, 18 seconds? 15 seconds. They got 15 seconds to do something with the ball. They find Garland. He shoots a 2. He drills it. But that's not going to be good enough. They're going to try to foul again. They are going to try to foul again. But it's not like they can call any timeouts after this is over, so... And Garland keeps taking 2s. Booker drills it back to a 4-point lead. And he drills the second as well. It's a 5-point lead again. No more timeouts. They got to go the length of the court in 12 seconds. Williams. Oh, what a pass to Tyrese, but it's not going to work. That was a crazy cool pass to Tyrese. You know what? Get it to Jimmer. Chuck up the shot, Jimmer. It was way beyond the time of the buzzer. But you know what? We win another championship. That's 7 rings in this series. Jimmer Fredette is now more winning than Michael Jordan. And dare I say, Jimmer Fredette is better than Michael Jordan. Congratulations to the NBA champions for the 7th time in the series. The Warriors gave us a threat. But, I mean, it all comes back to that missed free throw from Darius Garland. For one, it starts with me accidentally pressing timeout knowing we didn't have any more. I just kind of panicked there, and I accidentally pressed timeout when I knew that we didn't have any timeouts. I pressed it because I panicked. And so that gave them the technical foul or the technical free throw. But Darius Garland missed it. If he would have hit that, there was .6 on the clock. If he hits that free throw, it's over and we go to game 6. I cannot, why are we following Jordan Poole? I cannot believe that Darius Garland missed that free throw. And then with .6, obviously nothing happens. We go to overtime, and then we kind of dominated the overtime, and then I kind of let them back in for a little bit because I was just messing around. I thought it was over. And we had to clutch up there in the end, and we did. We hit some big shots with Devin Booker, some big free throws with Devin Booker. We hit a nice bucket with Luka and all that kind of stuff. So, a 7th championship for the boys. Jimmer Fredette's been through it all. He's got 7 rings. He's better than Jordan. Luka wins Finals MVP. So what a season for Luka. He wins regular season MVP. He wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And he wins an NBA Finals MVP. So he does the trifecta. He does the three-peat as we win a chance. That was a huge 3 from Jimmer to tie. So Devin Booker puts up 28 points. Luka has 25. Edwards has 24. Wemby has 24. And we win the game and another NBA title. Congratulations to the boys. That's 7. And that is how the series, at least this series, will end. Retirements, Blake Griffin retires. He was one of the best players in this series at the beginning. He put up some crazy numbers and had some MVP seasons, at least one. Yeah, he had 2014 MVP season. He was a 10-time All-Star, an 8-time NBA first-teamer, All-NBA first-teamer. He was a great player. I wonder if he'd be in the Hall of Fame. The Clippers will definitely retire his number, but I don't know if he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Jeremy Lin, he was on those Miami Heat teams forever. Yeah, he got to Miami in 2012, 2013, and then he was just on Miami forever until he finally goes to Orlando for a couple of years and then to Phoenix for the final year. Isaiah Thomas calls it a career. You know what, Isaiah? I salute you. Isaiah. He got an NBA title. He came in, he was ring chasing for one final season. He probably knew. He probably knew that he was going to retire after the season. That's why we signed him to a deal to bring him back. We wanted it. He was the only guy that didn't get a championship. Greg Oden from that original team got a championship. Evan Turner from that original team got a championship. Jimmer Fredette obviously got a championship. But Isaiah Thomas was the only one. He was our first ever draft pick. He was the captain of the team for like 4 or 5 years. He was the heart and soul of the Sixers team until we started building up the draft picks with like Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons and all these guys. Isaiah Thomas was that guy. He was putting up crazy numbers. I mean, look at some of these numbers he was putting up for us. He was putting up 23 in his rookie season, 24, 21, 18, 19. I mean, these numbers in Philadelphia, he was the guy. Until obviously we get Anthony Davis, and then Anthony Davis took over right here. That's why you could see his numbers drop from about close to 25 to around 20, because Anthony Davis started dominating. But he was fantastic. But then he started to get expensive, and we just couldn't pay him. He wanted more money. Portland is who gave him that money, and he ended up putting out great numbers in Portland. And then as he started to get older, it started to decline a little bit. You know what? He put up fantastic numbers, and I couldn't be happier to get him a championship. So I wonder who's going to make the Hall of Fame. Staff retirements, Hall of Fame inductees. Just Blake Griffin makes the Hall of Fame. You know what? Good for him. Good for Blake. I hope we retire the jersey of Isaiah Thomas. No, new retirements. We retire no retirements for Isaiah Thomas in the Philadelphia 76ers, but Blake Griffin gets his Clippers jersey retired 2010 to 2025 for Blake Griffin. Never left. Here's all the Philadelphia jerseys that are retired. I don't think we can retire Isaiah's number. I don't think so, at least. I have no idea, actually. But that's okay. Historic changes. We're going to decline all these just because. Even though we're not going to play any more seasons, we're just going to decline all of this stuff. Change that. Celtics. You know what? We'll keep the Bulls can change. I guess it doesn't matter. Celtics can change. Clippers don't want to change. Grizzlies, I guess they can change. Hawks do not want to change. The Heat can change because some of these guys they don't change that much over the years. So, but the teams that change a lot are the teams we got to keep because we can't let them go to what they look like now because the stuff that they got now is just gross. So. Let's keep everybody the way that they are. Keep all this stuff the same. And these logos are just objectively better. So, got to keep everything the way that it is. The Rockets can stay the same. I think I let the Rockets change once. Thunder will stay the same. The Suns will stay the same. T-Wolves obviously will stay the same. Blazers, I think, can change because nothing really changes there. The Warriors will keep them the way that they are, and obviously the Bobcats will stay the same. So everybody's staying. Everybody's staying except for a couple of teams. We reject all this stuff, I guess. Doesn't really matter. And then the draft lottery. Do we have any picks in the draft lottery? No, we do not have any picks in the draft lottery. That's okay because we don't really need... I mean, Cooper Flag would be fun. The Rockets get the number 1 overall pick. Wow, didn't the Bulls have the number 1 pick? They fall to 5? That's crazy. We have no picks in this draft, I don't think. I don't see the 76ers anywhere. I think we might have traded all of our picks, which is not surprising. Yeah, we traded all of our draft picks. That's okay. We weren't looking to draft anybody anyway. We already have our team, although getting Cooper Flag would be pretty cool. And here is the NBA draft. The Houston Rockets will take Cooper. Cooper Booper Flag will go to Houston. San Antonio will get Dylan Harper. The Knicks trade the 3rd pick to the Bulls for Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is old now, and the Knicks just got aging Derrick Rose for the 3rd overall pick, and the Bulls just got their replacement in Ace Bailey. That's crazy. Trey Johnson heads to the Clippers. The Bulls will trade the pick they got from the Knicks to get Tyrese Halliburton. Whoa. And the Warriors take VJ Edgecombe. Some insane trades right now. Absolutely insane trades. Jeremiah Fears, Colin Knippel. Nuggets take Preston Wagner. Absolute craziness happening right now. We'll sim to the end of the draft and see where everybody goes. So Cooper Flag's an 82. Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, Trey Johnson. Anybody else of note going? I mean, there's a couple names in here, but nobody super important. Nobody super duper important. All right. Well, Cooper Flag is in Houston now instead of Dallas. We will accept the team options on Victor and Chet, and then qualifying offers. We will extend the qualifying offer to EJ and Evan Mobley. Moratorium period. We're not going to be in play for anybody. We just really got to keep our guys. We can do renounce the rights on BJ Mullins' trade option, and then hopefully just get those guys back. I would assume Evan Mobley's going to have interest from some people. Yeah, he's got interest from 15 different people. And he's prepared to accept an offer from the Timberwolves, so we will match that, unfortunately. And we will just have to bring back big-time EJ. What position does the boy play? He plays small forward. Okay, we can do that. We just got to find him. Small forward, EJ Liddell. EJ Little. There's Jayshawn Tate, another Buckeye. Where's EJ at? How low of an overall is he? There he is. EJ Liddell will offer him the contract. Can I give him a 2-year deal? I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Negotiate the contract, 2-year deal. EJ Liddell should come back to the team. And he will. It's only a little bit more expensive than what we were on the hook for his option anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And the player progression. So Luka stays at 97. Victor's up 4 to a 94. Mobley's up 2 to a 94. Holmgren's up to an 89. Edwards up to an 89. Bam drops by 1. Booker drops by 1. Very interesting. Maxi's a 79. Jimmer Fredette's a 49. Why didn't you retire, Jimmer? You know what? I love it. I respect the grind, Jimmer. I love it. You're going to be an 8-time champion if we were to play even more. So congratulations to the boys. Congratulations to the series. I had a great time. I had a great time with this. And now we need to load in the draft class for 2026, I guess, because why not? If we ever come back to the series, might as well have it loaded in. But here we go. Derrick Rose plans to retire. He deserves it. He deserves it. He got traded to the Knicks and he said, yeah, you know what? This is my last year. This is my last year. I'm out of here. If we go to the prospect scouting, we've got obviously the studs. We got Darren Peterson, if he ever plays, Cam Boozer, AJ DeBanza, Caleb Wilson, all the guys that you're familiar with. If we ever come back to the series, we will continue, but I don't know if that'll happen. But that is going to do it for the series. This is your final roster. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's as you expect because it's a juice team. So obviously it's going to be amazing. And here are your teams. So 7 NBA titles. We started in 2012. Or no, we started in 2010, did we not? When did we start this? We started this in, 2010, 2011, because 2011 draft was our first draft. So the Heat take the Thunder, then the Thunder take the Bulls, then the Wizards. John Wall's championship in 2013, 2014 was the craziest one in this entire series because he had nobody on that team, and he just willed them to the title. It was crazy. And then 2014, it was the Thunder again. They were really dominant. They were a threat. They were definitely a threat. Then it's our start of dominance. DeMarcus Cousins got us the first year. We weren't ready. But then we start the dominance. We beat the Rockets. We beat the Jazz. We beat the Grizzlies. We beat the Thunder. Then we lose to the Lakers. That was annoying, but we lost to the Lakers. Victor Oladipo got one. And then we come back. We beat the Timberwolves. We beat the Mavs. That's the Wizards. The Wizards got their second one. I forgot about that. And then we take two more. So very awesome. Luka Doncic, great player, fantastic player. He won an MVP for us, the only MVP in the series. Oh no, Giannis got an MVP. That's right. So we had two MVPs. Zion had three. Anthony Davis had four, or three. Sorry, I can't read. Derrick Rose had a couple. Blake Griffin got one. What a series. What a series. This was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. I got something very intriguing coming to the channel soon, so be on the lookout for that. Other than that, I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for stopping by. Peace.